Hello, this is Pearl, and we have finally reached the last chapter of Christiana's journey. So, this is Little Pilgrim's Progress, Christiana's Journey, Chapter 93, The Departure of Valiant and Standfast. The same messenger who called Mr. Honest summoned Valiant also, but he went over the river later in the day. He had no fear of the crossing, for he had always been brave, and his heart was full of trust in the good king. He was longing to see his wife and his dear little son once more, and he knew how happy Christian and his mother would be when they heard who was waiting to receive their welcome. "Mine has been a hard pilgrimage," she said, "and I have had to fight my way through many troubles and dangers. But I am going now to my true home in the celestial city, where I shall be safe and happy forever." The good soldier had no longer any use for his sword, so he left the bright weapon in Greatheart's care, and desired him to give it to some other pilgrim. Then he entered the river, and his friends soon lost sight of him, but presently the sound of the silver trumpets was heard upon the other shore, and they knew that Valiant was on his way to the gates of the city. I can only tell you of the departure of one more pilgrim. Standfast had hoped that he might be allowed to spend a long life in working for the king, but this was not his master's will. The king had need of his faithful young servant in the celestial city, and very soon he was summoned to cross the river. At first Standfast could scarcely believe that the king really wished to receive him into his own palace, but the Shining One assured him that it was true. "You have served my master very faithfully," said he, "and he is not willing that you should be living at a distance from him any longer." So Standfast prepared for his last journey, and gave Greatheart many messages, for he hoped that the guide would perhaps some day meet with the others of his family, who might be following in his steps. The floods had gone down before this time, and the water was very still and calm. When Standfast reached the middle of the river, he turned and spoke once more to his friends. "This river makes so many people afraid," he said. "Indeed, I was frightened myself before I entered it. But my fear is gone. I can feel the firm ground under my feet, and very soon I shall be with my prince. It has been very pleasant to hear of him and think of him, but now I shall see him with my own eyes. He has helped me and strengthened me all through my pilgrimage, and he is with me now." Then the other pilgrims saw that, as he turned again toward the city, a beautiful light fell upon his face, and in the clear air they could see quite across the river, and were able to watch the multitude of Shining Ones who came down to receive the faithful lad and lead him into the presence of the king. I want to thank you for reading through this great story with me. I hope that you've enjoyed it and that you've learned some good things from it. And remember, this will happen to all of us one day if we endure to the end and keep loving Jesus and loving one another.